But I worry now on the legislation, on the political end of this, that there's sort of a two-pronged trap, or maybe a two-phase trap that Republicans could fall into. One would be not to pass something. I think you're right. They're going to pass something, because to not pass anything would be to allow President Obama to say any problems that come henceforth to the border are the fault of the Republicans not acting. And also on top of that, it feeds into the obstructionist narrative that he uses as the excuse for all things. But even if they pass something, I worry that if it's well-intentioned and even reasonably well-crafted, for example, you talk about the immigration judges, there'll be more immigration judges. What is asylum? If asylum now becomes, in law, or if asylum now just as a matter of politics becomes, I don't like my home country that much, I don't have that much opportunity, there's a fair amount of murder, we better just open up the floodgates for youth from all over the world, because basically 3/4 of the planet is going to be able to claim asylum in this country. Well,
that's the flip side of this, and that's the danger in the legislation that is put forth by Cuellar and Cornyn. I applaud the fact they're trying to have a bipartisan solution, and yes, the House is a Republican majority, they can pass whatever they want, it just goes over to the Senate and dies. So if Cornyn is the number 2 Republican in the Senate is saying, look, I'm not voting for this unless there's a policy change, you're going to have difficulty. I mean, you've got Harry Reid running around saying the border is secure. Right. And that doesn't seem like there's going to be much room for negotiation on the Senate side.
Sure, but in a rare occurrence, I think the House Republicans are actually in the driver's seat on this, because of the way that the political winds have shifted from the feeling that, oh, well, we've got to be compassionate, we've got to care about these kids, and we got to let these dreamers sort of become Americans like they've earned it, to, wait a second, are we really going to be able to hold this? The Republicans actually have the political advantage on this. The problem is that the Republican Party itself is split on this. Kay Granger, who Speaker Boehner mentioned, and Hal Rogers are much more moderate on whether or not they want on immigration as a whole.
There's
true. Also a wing of the party that is very much more restrictionist, and I think they're going to have a battle here over this.
Brian, he brings up Kay Granger.